Hey there, everyone. Hope you're having a great Wednesday. The markets are down in the pre market. We're going to talk about that. We're going to see where I think the markets are going today, as well as what plays I'm going to be making. If that's interesting to you, make sure you stick around. If you're new to the channel, my name's Josiah and I trade stocks and cryptocurrencies for a living. And if you hate making money, this is the wrong channel for you. On here, I try to teach you about stocks, crypto, investing, and how to get out of the 9 to 5 trap that so many people are stuck in. So if you like that, make sure you come over, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, and if you get anything out of this video, hit the like button for me. It helps out with the YouTube algorithm. So let's get into the pre-market this morning. Now we had Hong Kong had an amazing closing. I think that piggybacked off of what we had yesterday, but they were up 5 and 7% across the board. S&P, we've got the S&P down 1.05% right now in the pre-market. So pretty red. With it, the S&P that red, I would normally expect to see my entire watch list red. However, at least 50% of my watch list is up and in the green. So there's a lot of still upward movement going on today. Now, after what we've had the last 2 days, I'm looking for it to have a little bit of a pullback. I think that's very possible, and I think it's very healthy. We don't want to just keep exploding upwards. That sets us up for a crash. That's why we positioned ourselves that we were going to have a bounce, is because we just kept going lower without no reprieve. And the markets can't just go down without coming up, and they can't just go up without coming down. Now, do I believe this is the bull market already? No, of course not. You know that I believe that we're heading toward a bigger recession next year and that the markets will continue to fall. However, I do expect that we could get 10 or 20% off our lows throughout the rest of this year. So just because a recession is coming does not mean there's not money to be made. In fact, if you've got the nerve and if you've prepared yourself, the greatest money that can be made is actually during a recession. So that is when the greatest wealth transfer is going to happen, is during a recession. But we've got some volatile markets and some interesting times. The more volatile the markets are, the more money you can make as a day trader, as well as picking up long positions. If you're not into the day trading, you're just picking up long positions, the better the prices, the more money you're going to make on the way up. So I do expect a little bit of a pullback today. I wouldn't expect it to be anything crazy. Maybe 1% down wouldn't concern me one bit. Even a little bit more aggressive than that wouldn't bother me. What I am looking to do this morning in preparation for that is I am buying some UVXYs. Now that's something you can check out for yourself. That kind of indexes along with the VIX. Of course, the VIX goes up when the markets fall. The more the VIX runs up, the more the UVXYs are going to run up, and they can make some explosive moves very quickly. We have made a ton of money shorting the UVXYs, but this morning I'm going long, and quite honestly, I'm going to watch for a top. I'm going to sell them, and then I'm going to short them again to ride it back down, because I do still believe that, come tomorrow, we could have another up day. Friday morning, we could have another up day. Now, I'd expect a sell-off toward the end of the evening, but that's the beauty of the VIX. You can ride it up, you can ride it down, it doesn't matter. You can jump in and out of it pretty much at will, and it just makes it a nice stock, at least for me, to trade. So you can check that out, see if it makes sense to you. But we made a ton of money yesterday. We sold out our JP Morgans. We sold our master strategies. I have a stop loss in on my Coinbases, which are almost about to kick me out. So if that happens, I'll get kicked out, but we're still going to make $10 a share on that trade. I'm going to feel good about that. If it continues to run up, great. If I get kicked out, then what I'm going to do, if the day keeps going down, we've got the cryptos They're pretty much all in the red right now. If Coinbase continues to fall, I'll probably look at picking a position back up in Coinbase and riding that up, because I still believe that if the markets keep moving forward, crypto keeps gaining, we could easily see Coinbase gain back up to around $80, even $90 if crypto would take off and Bitcoin run up there around 24,000. We could see Coinbase hit as high as maybe even 90. So I think there's still a lot of potential in Coinbase, even in the short term, and of course long term. Absolutely, I think Coinbase in the next bull run's probably going to hit a couple $100 a share, if not more. We've seen how high it got when it first IPO'd. Could it get that high again? Absolutely. So I mean, we're looking at $300-400 on our next bull run out of Coinbase potentially, and that's a lot of upside for a stock without much risk of downside. I mean, we're down here in the $70 range. When you're looking at a stock that over the next 2 years could 200-300%, but if it went out of business, you're only looking at a $70 downside. You're looking at a couple $100 upside, $300 upside. The odds are really good in a stock like that, and that's why I'm always trading on Coinbase, because it's not one I'm afraid of getting stuck holding. I know a lot of people are scared of it because it's tied to crypto and they're scared of crypto. I'm not scared of crypto because I understand crypto, I think, more than a lot of people. I did a video here a little while back talking about crypto and the fact that everybody tries to compare it to a currency. They think that because it's called cryptocurrency that it's trying to replace the dollar or something. And you have to think of crypto more as software, okay? Crypto is technology. Crypto is changing the world. I've compared crypto a lot on here to the internet, the adoption of the internet. And I've heard other YouTubers compare it to the internet in regards to, the dot-com bubble. You had a million companies out there trying to be the next big internet provider. And of course, when the bubble hit, you only ended up with a few that survived to actually do anything, and the rest of them went out of business. Now, where I think crypto differs from the internet is a whole lot more will survive than a lot of people are anticipating. I've heard some people say, we're only going to have, if anything survives, it's only going to be a handful. And crypto is so diversified. Crypto is larger than the internet. Okay? Go ahead and write that down. That way you can quote me on it later. But in the future, as much as the internet has changed the world, crypto is more diversified than that, because crypto is a means of exchange. Crypto is technology. Crypto is contracts. Crypto is a lot of different things, and different coins is going to have different niches out in the market, which is why I do believe that there's a chance that, there's going to be several cryptos that survive long term. It's not just going to be a handful. You're probably looking at 20-30 cryptos, if not more, that's going to survive and thrive in the new economy over the next 5-10 years. And that's why I'm just not afraid of crypto. Now, there's lots of cryptos that I wouldn't touch because I don't see them going long term. But there's cryptos that, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Cardano, XLM. There's a ton of cryptos that I absolutely believe in long term. I keep promising I'm going to do a top 10 video, and I think I'm going to do that this Saturday. I'm going to sit down this Saturday and just do a video dedicated to my top 10 cryptos and why I believe they'll survive, and what a small investment of as little as $1,000 could mean over the next 2.5 to 3 years. You're definitely going to want to check that video out, because there's going to be millionaires made in that transfer. But that's what I'm doing with the stock market today. I'm going to get off here and let y'all get to it. Till next time, be blessed, and remember, never trade with your emotions, always trade by the numbers.